What's up, millionaires in the making? Welcome to episode 135 of the MITM Podcast, where we unlock success daily by journeying through the 6 pillars. I'm your host, Tye Aarons, the founder of the MITM Club. And today, we're going to talk about the 6 most important pieces of home gym equipment. Whether you're a fitness guru or you're just starting out your journey, having these 6 items will make all the difference. And number 6 may surprise you. And I want to tell you the number one and most crucial gym equipment is the chin-up bar. The chin-up bar for me is the most crucial piece of equipment that you could ever have. It's the first thing that I started with. It's so versatile. It lets you work on building out your back, building out your arms, stretching out the spine. It's one of the most fundamental pieces of equipment for calisthenics. And if you're working out at home, you're probably going to be doing some calisthenics. If you're gonna start building your gym, the very first piece of equipment I say to use, get the chin-up bar. Because you can already do push-ups on the floor, you can do dips on chairs, you can do squats with your body weight. There's so many things you can already do, but to be able to just grab your bar and hang, do a couple pull-ups, get your back engaged, you can't do that otherwise. Unless you have like really wide door frames. But how many of us have 2-inch door frames to hang off of? So the chin-up bar is one of the first things that I would tell you guys to use. It was, for me, absolutely pivotal. When I was starting my fitness journey, my dad actually wouldn't allow me to touch any weights. So calisthenics was my upbringing. And I used to go to the park to work out and get some sort of pulling motions going on until I got the chin-up bar in my room. Then I actually started to see some absolute intense and amazing gains. So the next piece of equipment that I want to share with you are resistance bands. Resistance bands are an absolutely versatile tool, and they can replace a whole rack of weights depending on how you use them. All right, this is one type of resistance band that I suggest definitely starting with because it can help you with your calisthenics. You can put them on your chin-up bar to help you have assisted chin-ups, and you can start with really thick ones to help you a lot and graduate down to thinner and thinner ones. Resistance bands are great for doing mobility work, right? Getting your shoulders to become more mobile. You can, stand on one side and do like shoulder press. You can do squats with these. These are such a versatile way to add a little bit of resistance, hence the name resistance band, to your workout. But this is just one type. I suggest you get the loop type, but there's another one that I would suggest you get. Look at these right here. These by Northern Lights are one of my favorite resistance bands ever. It's not gonna help you with calisthenics, but it'll help you when you wanna start targeting certain movements. For example, I wanna get a nice bicep curl. I have the resistance to do that. I can do the same shoulder press and everything else, and I could shift the way that the weight is and how intense it is based on where I attach, step on, or whatever with this band. And a really cool thing that a lot of people don't even know about, you can add on something like this to your resistance bands so that now you can do proper curling movements. You could do proper pressing movements. You could put this on your shoulders, get a full-on squat as if you have the Olympic barbell with you. This breaks up in half. And this, I tell you, when I was first starting my fitness journey, this was one of the most crucial pieces of equipment to help me get my gains with my bands. I could travel anywhere. This could fit in a backpack pretty easily with your bands, and you have a full gym with you wherever you go. All right, let's move on to the next tool that I have for you guys, and that is adjustable dumbbells. If you're building a home gym, you may want to save space and save cost. More times than not, when you're buying weights, you're buying by the dollar. I remember during lockdowns, it was like $2, $3 per pound. So imagine you're buying a whole set of weights. You need from the 5 pounds to the 50, or from 5 pounds to 100. Having each one of those dumbbells starts to cost in the thousands. It starts to get ridiculously expensive. So here's what I got for you. Power blocks or some other adjustable dumbbell. These are great because each one of these colors is a 10-pound increments. These exact ones can go up to 90 pounds when you buy the expansion. You see, I've never needed to buy the expansion though. 50 pounds on these bad boys is more than enough. Let me put these down. So adjustable dumbbells are gonna be absolutely a game changer because you can easily and quickly increase, decrease the weight, and it takes up the exact same small amount of space, okay? If you're starting your home gym, you might not have the most space, so you don't wanna be wasting the space that you do have. My next favorite piece of equipment and crucial piece of equipment, I don't have it right now, unfortunately. I had to get rid of the one that I had and I'm buying a new one, but it is a weighted vest. This will ramp up your workout and add extra weights to whatever it is you're doing. In fact, my weighted vest is one of my favorite pieces of equipment because I would just put it on, and when I'm training like Goku, I go walking around with extra weight, whether it's just the vest or even ankle weights. I have more weight to work against in my day-to-day, so that now I'm getting stronger by existing. It'll help with your calisthenics. So when you've already progressed past needing the resistance bands to do the work, and you progress past just the body weight, once you're at like 40, 50 pull-ups and they feel easy, you're gonna wanna start increasing your progressive overload by adding some sort of weighted vest. And there's some really cool ones. One of the ones I'm looking at right now, I believe it's called the Kensu weighted vest. And it's very small. I'll throw up like a video or something to show how it works. But you actually put your plates, your weight plates on it. Unlike the sandbag version ones or the little brick version ones, this one, it's very light when you take it anywhere. And as you start to build up how much weights you do have, you can slap a 45-pound weight on your chest and on your back and go jogging with 90 pounds on. Not that I would suggest you jog with 90 pounds, but once you go to do your 100-pound pull-up, it is that much easier. Actually, here's one that I forgot about. You could also, you don't get a weighted vest, you can get one of these, and this is for weighted dips and for weighted pull-ups. So the way it works is you put a weight on this chain, right? And you wrap this around your waist. So now you have the weight hanging from your waist as you do certain movements. But it's not as versatile as a weighted vest, just because like this is good for pull-ups and dips and things like that, but you're not gonna jog with 90 pounds swinging in between your legs. That's just not, it doesn't make sense. The next thing that I would add to your first home gym is dip bars or parallettes. There's a lot of different versions of the dip bars or parallettes, but the ones that I would use, I think these are called, I don't even know what these ones are called, but this is what they look like. If you could find a pair of these bad boys, they're very versatile. They allow you to do all the dips that you need. You could do straight bar dips in front of you. You can do parallel dips. You can put it on and do agility training and agility work. They're absolutely amazing. They don't take up much space, okay? Because as we're building our home gym, you want things that aren't gonna take up too much space. But they're absolutely great for certain movements. And they can be challenging. They add another aspect and element. Some of them have a bar in the middle to make sure that they're stable, but you can build your stability and actually start to play. Like I do dips where I come down and I push one of the bars out and I pull it back in. I push the other one out and I pull it back in. That adds more complexity and difficulty to the movement that you're doing. So the dip bars is number 5 that I suggest that you get. And I said the 6th one might surprise you. Before I say it, I want to invite you guys to participate a little bit. Maybe you put down what you think the 6th one is in the chat while I'm saying this stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys what the 6th item is in 3, 2, 1, a scale. Yes, so many of you probably already have a scale, but I have 2 scales in mind. One is the body scale and the second one is the kitchen scale. I would actually suggest that you get one of the scales that has the body fat percentage calculator in it. I mean, back in the day, we used, I don't even have it over here. It's somewhere floating around in my room. But we used the handheld calculator to see how much body fat percentage you have. Nowadays, you can get the weight scale that actually tells you your bone density, your fat mass, your muscle mass, and everything. It's not the most accurate because it's just measuring primarily through your legs from one leg to the other, but that gives you a good idea of how you're progressing. And the kitchen scale is so that you can measure out and do your meal planning and meal prepping. If you guys want to see me do a video on how to meal prep, definitely let me know down below and I'll make that for you guys as well. So tell me, did you get the 6th one right? I want to know. And that wraps up today's guide on the essential equipment for your home gym. Remember, investing in the right gear is investing in your health and in your future. So prioritize versatile equipment like resistance bands. Don't underestimate the power of a good set of adjustable dumbbells, and ensure you have the tools to track your progress like scales. And a pull-up bar goes a long way. If you found this episode helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone that you love. Don't forget to join the Money Mastery Dash to master your cash in 5 days or less, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give them that creme de la creme whenever I spit that hot shit. Ain't no lose or draw when it's the only